Hi, hello, my name is Sascha. All right, today I just want to share with you some of my gear and share with you what the differences are between different off-road riding and adventure gear. All right, right now here we have 3 jackets and 3 pants, 3 different models from Klim, and yeah, just going to show you what the differences are, what kind of riding those gears might be more suitable for. All right, the first one's going to be here. This is the Klim Dakar. It's a dual-purpose gear, and it's mostly for off-road riding. Right? Very, very simple, very, very light. Right? And I'm just going to show you real fast some of the features. Right? Like I said, here it's a very, very light jacket. It actually does not come with protectors, back protector, shoulder protector, and elbow protector. It's just a jacket, right? If you want to have protectors, you have to buy them separately, right? Since this is actually a dual purpose, dual bike gear, a lot of people, what they do is they wear their dirt bike gear, their body armor, their jerseys, whatever, underneath, and then they're just gonna wear this above. For example, if it's colder outside or they need just a little bit of rain protection. This is not waterproof, it is water resistant only, right? But for dual purpose riding, this is actually really, really good. One other feature that I like is that you can detach those sleeves, right? So if it gets really hot while riding, you can take off those sleeves. You have here a big pouch where you can just open it up and stick the sleeves in here, and you can continue on riding, right? If it gets cold, you can take them out, can put it zipping back up here, and you're good to go. Now that's the reason why it does not come with protection, because once you take off those sleeves, you obviously have no shoulder and no elbow protection anymore, right? You can have your back protection, but if you're wearing body armor beneath, yeah, you don't really need that. So this is something I really, really like because it is really, really lightweight. And it's really, really comfortable. It is ventilated. You have here one big vent here in the front that you can open up, right? You have here on the arms, upper arm and lower arm here, where you can open it up, right? Have some wind and some air coming in, and here in the back as well, right? So, but to me, most important is really it's very comfortable because it's very, very lightweight, right? And yeah, the back part here, you can tell it is really, really smooth and very, very comfortable to ride. Now this is the pants that goes along with it, right? And again, it does not come with any protectors, because if you want to wear your MX boots, whatever, underneath, and you want to wear knee braces, you can wear them underneath as well, right? Here you have a ventilation zipper where you have a huge zipper here along the whole side of your thigh that can open up and get some airflow going on. Here you have a big pocket that you can open up, and you can put some stuff in here that you want to store away, right? And here, anything that you want to put in here, okay? Now, they have different colors. I like this color a lot, but this is basically something that is really, really comfortable that I right now really like to ride. You can see here, again, the same stretch material, and really, really comfortable. Right now, I really like that gear a lot. For our trainings, for a lot of off-road riding, I just wear this gear. Right. We have this gear. This is what I usually wear also. It's the Klim Baja S4, and this is actually an adventure gear. Right? It's not a dual purpose or a dual sports gear. It's an adventure gear, but it's a summer style gear. That means this is built especially for adventure riding, but in hot climates. Right? Now this is not waterproof by any means, water resistance, because this has no ventilation zippers. This is always ventilated. Now when you look at here, this material here, any spot that has this material is actually ventilated. If you look,
you can see it,
right? Yeah. Exactly. If you hold it a little bit against the sun, it's actually see through. So here, the arms here as well, here in the back, it's all ventilated. So you always have a constant wind flow going on. Right? You also have here a big pouch where you can put stuff in here. You cannot take off the sleeves on this one here because it's a venture jacket, right? And usually you don't take sleeves off, right? So this is something really good because the material is a little bit tougher than on the Dakar version, right? The Dakar model It's more lightweight. This one is lighter, means a little bit heavier than the Dakar, but much lighter than other models, right? So this one is really, really good for longer rides. If you know it's not going to rain, you know it's not going to get cold. So this is really good because you have good ventilation going on and you're very well protected. You still have that super fabric going on here on your shoulders and here back on your elbows. I did crash in these, and yeah, you can actually, yeah, if you look closely, you can see some scraping here. That's it. I was riding the 1290 80VR and I hit some moss, and just the next thing I was just sliding across the cement road, and that's all that it did, right? And so to me, this is really, really good. The only thing is it comes with level 1 protection, D3O level 1. I personally prefer level 2 just to have a little more protection going on, but this is something you can just switch out afterwards, right? But so far this is really good. Now going along with this would be those pants here. Those are the the Baja S4 pants, right? And again, you have this material here that means a lot of airflow here going on, and this is really, really good. Huge pockets here on the side. And I like actually that design here, because if you look at this part, this is actually tilted, right? And most pockets are straight. And in the beginning, I felt, you know, this is kind of weird, you know, and it is a little bit weird when you're standing and you want to take stuff out, but it really makes sense when you're on the bike and you have your foot on your pegs, because your leg is angled then. And when your thigh has that angle here and you want to take stuff out, it is not slanted anymore. It is actually straight. So you can actually just open the zipper and just reach right in, take stuff out. So then it makes sense, right, when you're on the bike. Now this is really, really cool. What I really like enjoying wearing here in the back as well, you have all these this material, so lots and lots of wind going through, and really, really keeps it cool. You have here in the inside, you have leather, so you can grip your bike well. You can see, you know, I've been gripping my bike a lot, so this is something I really, really like. You can adjust the width here, so it doesn't just flash around. So it's really, really, really good. One thing I don't understand, you see this is when I had my crash, small little hole here. This is one small thing I do not quite understand why Klim does that, because this is actually where your boot is. And usually where your boot is, there is no ventilation needed anyways, right? Plus water comes through here anyways, right? So this is something I don't quite understand why they did this, right? They could have used something like this also here on the bottom. You don't need ventilation right here and at your shin. I don't know why. But other than that, I really like these pants. I've been wearing them for like over a year now. And except this one crash here, the other crashes, not noticeable. Really, really well designed. The latest is the Klim Badlands Pro. And this is basically top notch. They just came out with a AAA version of this, which is even a little more expensive, a little bit more lightweight, but has the same features, right? This is basically, it can do anything. Right? This is something you want to wear if you just head out and you don't want to be restricted by any types of weather, right? So this is really, really great. It is 3-layer Gore-Tex, right? So no need for inner linings, right? When it starts to rain, all you do is just to shut all these zippers here, right? These zippers are all waterproof, right? So all you do is just close all these zippers here in the front and the back, right? Here in the front as well, right? Here in the back, and you're good to go, right? You don't have to stop, take off your jacket or your pants, right? And put in linings. You don't have to do that, right? The downside is, it is on the heavier side, right? This is one of the most heaviest jackets I've ever worn. It is heavy, but it is, when it comes down to material, number one, extremely safe, right? It is just the best materials here. On the other side, to me, it's only heavy twice. Once when you put it on and once when you take it off. While you ride, I don't feel the weight, right? We're not running a marathon here. And to me, once you put it on, it is fine, right? It has a compartment here where you can put in a water bladder, right? Now, obviously, if you put in a water bladder, a 3-liter water bladder, sorry, it's going to get heavier, obviously, right? And it is somewhere here, if I remember correctly. right? Here or here. Oh, no, I've taken that out, right? Yeah, no, sorry, I took it out. So, no water bladder in this one here. But this part, sorry, this jacket here.
So what you were saying is basically the tube would come out of here.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. The tube will come out here. You would have to open it here, and you just pull it out, and you can have a zip, and that's it, right? There are, like my other gears, were 2 other versions. Same as here. The hose goes inside, and then it comes out here on the top, whatever, right? But that would make it, you know, not so waterproof anymore, right? Because water can get into the inside of the jacket through that little hole, right? Or the other one is the hose on the outside, right? But to me personally, it will go around here, your shoulders, and I'm always wearing a neck brace, so that means the neck brace on that side would always be a little bit higher, so it's not even, and that's just not really comfortable, right? But everyone's a little bit different. Some people will say, well, it doesn't make any difference if it's outside or inside, it will still go, you know, around. Yes, on the Baja, for example, it does not go around here, it goes around your arm here. So it doesn't really have that problem, right? But coming back to this jacket is pretty good ventilated. What I like is it has ventilation in the front, but it also has ventilation in the back, right? So the air can come in here from the front and exit through the back of your arm, right? Which makes a huge difference. It really does, right? Even though the exit point here is a little bit smaller, but you will feel the wind going around your arm, and that makes it a lot more comfortable, right? So this is something I would recommend for people who do a week trip, 3-4 days trips, whatever, you know, and really don't want to, you know, look at the weather forecast the whole time, you know, and just want to ride. Then you get this model, Badlands, and you're set to go, right? The pants for that is actually something that I would also wear in the summer, right? It is actually not really that heavy, those pants, even though it is, again, you know, 3-layer Gore-Tex, right? And but these are really, really comfortable, right? I really like them, right? And they are not that much heavier than, for example, the Baja S4, right? So, but you have water resistant, waterproof material here. You have here huge zippers, again, similar to the Dakar, right? And they can open up and have huge wind flow going on here. And you have the exhaust ports here where the wind can come out. And when you ride while standing, when you stand while riding, you actually feel almost, you know, wind going around your butt, right? And then exiting through the rear of your thighs. Really, really interesting to see that and feel that. So I've never had that before. So this is really, really cool. It has also super fabric here, so it is really, really durable. And yeah, see a lot of, you know, still dirty from our last ride, right? Huge pockets here as well, right,
and
where you can put stuff here
on the inside for gripping the bike.
Exactly. So it's the same, like similar to the Baja S4s, right? So this is leather, so you have really, really good grip when you stand, and in technical sections you want to use your legs to grip the bike, right? So this is really, really good. Again, I've worn these a couple of times while being on tour, and those are really, really good. If you do just a 1-day trip, right?
So what is this? It looks like a little...
Oh, yeah. You have, this is like your, I don't know, what's it called in English? I don't know.
Like a tailbone protector?
Tailbone protector, exactly,
yeah.
Right? Tailbone. And you actually have also here hip protectors that you can insert here as well, yeah. Right? I took them out and put it into my other pants, right? So you, besides having, you know, knee protectors, you also have tailbone and hip protectors as well. They all come stock. You don't have to buy them separately, right? So if you compare these three gears, only the Dakar comes with no protectors. The Baja S4 and the Badlands all come with protectors. Baja S4 with the level 1 D3O and the Badlands with level 2 D3O protectors. Again, there are 3 different levels, 3 little bit different usages. And when you start with the Dakar, which is dual purpose, it is really basic gear, but protection-wise good. and when you go up to the Badlands, it's just about 30,000, right? If I remember correctly, 33,000 for the jacket, about 23, 24 for the Baja S4, and for the Dakar, I think around 14,000 NT dollars, right? And then obviously the pants as well. The pants are just below 10,000 for the Dakar. For the Baja, if I remember correctly, it's just below 20,000, and for the Badlands, just below 30,000, right? So it's a very different price range, but you must know what you want to do, right? Because that's what you pay is what you get, right? So all around touring gear, that would be the Badlands, and that will be the most expensive one, but you are safe for, like, you're prepared for everything, right? Then with the Baja S4 is adventure riding for dry conditions and hot conditions only, right? And the Dakar is for technical, a lot of off-road riding, and basically just on off-road riding design gear, where you just don't need as much protection as, for example, riding on road with higher speeds.